it's Rocks a Million. You're on Rocks a Million Unleashed. Today, I have got a treat for you. I am in the sauce with the big boss. I'm sitting with James E. Dukes. He's the real estate extraordinaire. I mean, if there's anything that you can do to get the hookup in home buying, it's through James Dukes. I want you to get a pen. I want you to call a friend, but I want you to stay tuned into this segment. We're going to introduce James E. Dukes to our community as Black excellence in the movement. Many of you all might know him as a pastor. You may know him as an entrepreneur, but today he's got on his real estate hat and we're going to be talking about securing the bag. Securing the bag. I want to talk to you about financial literacy, and he's going to talk about how you can take what you have to get what you want. Oh, you guys don't want to miss tuning in with James E. Dukes. So I want to introduce James Dukes to the show. Hey, Brother Dukes.
How you feeling?
Good to see you as always. I want to start our segment out by talking about what can our young people do right now to secure the bag.
I mean, so that's a good start off. I always tell people, everybody needs three things. You need, at some point, you need a job, you need a hustle, and you need a dream. And you work your job, which gives you stability. You work your hustle to allow you to do everything that your job won't let you pay for.
Correct.
And then you keep dreaming. And if you work that hustle long enough, you can quit your job. And your hustle become your job.
But see, I like what you're saying because a lot of people want to jump into
Can't do
entrepreneurship
it.
and want to leave a job to go find their dream. And I'm one to tell you, listen to me, this is Rocks a Million Unleashed. Don't you leave that job until you got that hustle off the ground.
That's right. And then when you work that hustle to the point where your hustle become your dream.
Yes.
And then people say, hey, Roxy, what you doing? You say, I'm living the dream.
Still
You living the dream
Yes.
because you done made your way from the job to the hustle. Now you can live the dream. Young people just see people like us living the dream. They don't realize. When I told people, hey, at 30 years old, I was working in sales. You know, hey, you worked before? Yeah, I worked before. And so they don't understand that whole component. And so when we come out, you know, everybody's talking about got to get that bag. That's the new slang. Back in the day, it was let's get that cheddar, moolah, whatever they want to call it, money. Bag is symbol in their environment. Bag is symbolic of getting the money.
Right.
And so what I'm trying to talk their vernacular to connect them to entrepreneurship, but because for whatever reason, this generation don't believe in higher education or working.
I don't know.
I don't know how they making money.
I'm trying to figure that out too because I was saying, you know, if you secure the bag, you secure the future. You know, I was taught get the money out the way and then you can relax and figure out, you know, what you're passionate about. I want to talk about that in this respect. You know, I always watch sports a lot and I watch how the athletes, right, they make all this money, but yet and still when their careers are over, they're broke.
Yeah.
And so I learned one thing from that situation is that if you don't know how to manage a dollar, having more dollars is not going to make you successful or wealthy.
Make you more unmanageable.
You understand? And so I realize even though our younger people are not listening, they still have to have some kind of financial discipline. If you can buy $600 worth of hair, right? And you can't pay $100 electric bill and you don't see how having lights on in your house is more important than having hair on your head. These are the choices that they make and their discipline becomes their habits. So when they're undisciplined, that also becomes a habit for our young people. And until the dimensions of this disbursement of wealth is changed, they're going to have to learn how to manage that money. And make money Mondays.
Yeah. So it's just don't. So it's just not. We're focusing on the next generation. But most undisciplined young adults come from an undisciplined family.
Right.
So you pass on that type of thing. I grew up. My mother, single mother, 5. We had one house, 10218 South Peoria. That's the only house I ever lived in. One phone number, 773-233-0915. That's it.
Yes.
And even though my mother, even though it was not a husband and father in the house, we got a certain sense of stability in the house because the house was stable.
You got it.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't move around. You ain't do none of that. Well, I remember we was in grammar school. I might be telling myself when a kid transferred in, and we was in 4th or 5th grade. That kid, it took them a moment just to adjust because the majority of our class been there since kindergarten.
You get it.
So when you think of when I talk to people now, and some people tell you, hey, before I graduated 8th grade, I've been to 5 or 6 schools.
I mean, because the dynamic of the family, moving around.
Right, we have a family, and that's a lot of uprooting for the kids and all of that. Right. So when I start talking about financial stability, we also talk about familial stability.
Correct.
What kind of stability can you bring to your household?
Yes.
Because now your kid gonna change. Your kid gonna change because they got a room.
Exactly.
That's theirs.
Exactly.
They believe in ownership.
Exactly.
You got something to come home and give you the discipline because all of us gonna get pissed off.
You understand?
And all of us center ourselves, get ready, prayed up. I do a lot of meditation. You do all of that, it works in your house.
Correct.
But when you walk out that door,
you understand. It gets real.
It gets real.
It gets real.
You walk out the door, you ain't got to get in your car and somebody say something ignorant. You know what I'm saying? So that piece where you got to be able to center yourself, but having houses and investments and home ownership puts you at a different level because if you at work,
that's it.
Right? You ain't gonna let her piss you off like that. You ain't
got too much to lose.
You got too much to lose. You ain't worth my house.
When
you ain't
there's
worth my house.
investment, all you got is a Jules bag to pack up and leave.
Yeah.
But when you got a whole investment,
it changed.
It changed how you date. Brother, I mean, you was like, listen, I want to date somebody who's got just as much to lose as I have. That way, when we do get mad, we both have to calm down and think.
Calm down, right? Because now we got to split this up.
You understand?
That's the thing. Because I'm glad you said that. Because I sold over 300 houses in the last 3 years.
Awesome.
95% of that, those were to single women.
Come on.
With a minimum of 2 kids.
Come on.
Under 35. So now I'm trying to figure out what their counterparts doing.
You understand?
So if this population of women is buying houses, because they buying houses to become stable.
Correct.
And they want something for their family. Correct. They've been through some pain. Baby daddy then ain't acting right, or whatever case is, but she has enough sense to get in place to make her family whole.
Correct.
And people talk about me. They say about your clientele hood, they ghetto, and you got the Shaniquas. Yeah. But Shaniqua, look.
Shaniqua done got the info.
Shaniqua got a 750 credit score.
Come on.
And got 10 racks in the back.
Come on, you understand.
The one who talking all proper, she got a 425.
You understand.
And got a negative balance.
You get it.
You deal with them? Yeah. She got on some fluffy high shoes, and her hair might be 3 different colors. But I'm going to take her to a place.
You understand.
Of financial stability.
And that's one thing about you I want all of you all to learn. When I talk about Black excellence, you all might think of other people, but these are the folks, this is the face that you're going to have to recognize because Brother Dukes came out the hood. He knows what the struggle is, and he now has transitioned himself to be the solution to the problem. And that is what I'm talking about, is when you can come out of a struggle and then help your sister or brother through information, through knowledge, get the bag, secure that bag, and understand what it's going to take even to be a homeowner. My biggest issue is I've read the statistics of more people renting, and they're kind of perpetrating a fraud most of us don't even want to rent, but you're not even renting your own people's stuff. You're paying someone else's mortgage, right? And the rent is like $1,600. $2,000. And I'm saying, what in the matter of Jesus would make you go get a house and pay your own mortgage rather than to hustle and bustle and pay someone else's mortgage?
It's fair. I got two things I want to say. I got when we was just talking about this, the butt naked truth. We was just talking about 95% of the women buying houses. I asked a question. I said, well, what the young brothers doing under 35? Somebody said, oh, they living with the girls that bought the houses.
That's it.
That's real.
A bird's nest on the ground.
Right, that's a real. So I see it all the time. She get qualified, and then all of a sudden, because I asked her, now what babe, what boo? Oh, I ain't got no babe boo. But when she get ready to get them keys, here come babe boo.
Yeah.
This the problem. That relationship don't last that long.
Correct.
Because I put them in a progress to move forward. Mm-hmm. And right now, and it's a tie to what you said, I got 20 rental properties. Averaging $1,500 a month. So every month, I get $30,000 for rental income.
You get it?
Somebody getting up, going to work, to live in my place to pay me.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
But all of the people I got, I'm asking them, why aren't you not getting a house? Because one of the things that we look at, and this is the security bag. I get somebody to buy a house. You 30, 32. Now, because once you get over 30, it get real. When you get that first zero,
That's true.
it get real. You get that 30, you start looking at your life. Because in the 20s, you just love. Okay. 30s, you looking for security.
And stability.
Yeah, that's what you're looking for. Security and stability. And then when you get 40, you know what I'm saying? That's that. You get that 40,
Yeah.
That's when you be like, okay, you can't blame nobody.
It's all you.
It's all internal. So you see a lot of internal transmission inside.
Correct.
Okay? When you get 50, you know what I'm saying? You just want peace.
I don't want the drama.
I don't want no drama, right?
I want you busting up my stuff. Don't even get an attitude in my house.
Right.
We got to fight. We going to your house.
And at 60, you just want quiet.
You understand?
Everybody just shut up.
You want some ice cream or a cup of coffee.
And don't nobody talk.
There you go.
Okay, so now when you look at that perspective, I take the people on the path that now you in your 30s. So this ain't about you having the best party, right? Because you're going to go out, pop some bottles, you invite all your friends. They ain't going to give you no gifts.
Not even a $10 in a card.
You ain't get none of that. You bought all this outfit. So the investment that you spent on your birthday,
Party, yeah.
how about every 3 years? How about for your 32nd birthday?
That's deep.
We get you a 3 flat.
There you go.
Now, by the time I get you 40,
yes,
I done got you 15 units.
Come through. And here is the plus, because I used to teach a class about 6 to 7 streams of income, sleep and be making money. The thing that really gets me is I like you, because when they come, I don't even talk home ownership. I say go to Dukes and ask him about buying a building, a 3-phase. You can live in the basement since you like renting little apartments.
Absolutely.
You can live in the basement and let the other 2 units pay for your spot. And then after the mortgage is paid, right? That's just free money coming in. All you got is taxes and maintenance. And so most people don't even want to think big. I want them to think huge when they're messing with you.
But see, this is the thing. The reason why John Wooden said, as coach at UCLA, he said, you cannot coach up average because they already peaked.
Ooh.
So you wasting a lot of time trying to make an average person better.
Correct.
So you know what I'm saying? Right. You can't do it. Because they already
want it for themselves.
They already hit their plateau.
Yeah.
All I ever wanted to be was average. All I ever wanted to be is have what everybody else have. Correct. I got it. I'm cool.
Correct.
So when you come back and say, look, they say, Jay, how we gonna do it? I say, so if every 2 years we get you a 4 flat, and you 30 or you 40, So that means get your house, get your head right, get your state. That means you have that. So every 2 years you get one. In a 10-year period, you got 10 multi-units with 3 in it. You own 30. You own 30 rentals.
That's it.
So now when you talking about her, or they talking about you, or they talking about that beautiful woman behind the camera, they like, well, how the hell she do that?
Exactly.
And so, because once you get one, it feeds to the other.
one.
And they said
Exactly.
that now in all this time. What's this? These young girls out here hustling. They doing nursing, hair, all of that. So now you take that, and now I put on top of that 30 units. So by the time you 45, you got 30 units at $2,000 a month. You making $60,000 a month.
Period.
Times 12.
Come through. I mean, the numbers aren't going to
plus whatever you was doing anyway.
Exactly.
Just give yourself a 10-year run, and you can legitimately put yourself in a position where you're making $500,000 a year.
Did you all hear what Jay said? This is why you don't need a man to make up your money. You can just do the numbers and make your money yourself. You just need a man that understands how you make your money and supports that journey. That's what I'm talking about. And half of the men that are on that journey can support that journey. And like you said, you can't get an average guy. You know, understand, once you done made this turn, you got to get a brother that understands the journey. I like it. I like it.
Here you go.
Securing this bag.
Secure the bag. And so you talking about majority of my clients are single women. I was raised by single women and their sisters. So I'm fully committed to the progression of African American women, black women.
I like
so
it.
That's my thing.
I like it.
Majority of my tutors, my friends, are sisters.
True.
So I got a strong connection to them. But this is what I'm telling you about based on what you said. And this ain't got nothing to do with real estate. This just got something to do with life.
Life. Come on.
So you got to realize this, and I'm just gonna go biblical for 2 minutes, just to pull you in. Adam, in the Bible, he had a job. God said, till the field. That's a job. He had a place to stay.
Come through.
Which was the Garden of Eden.
Yes, sir.
And 3, he had an intimate relationship with God. They walked in the dew of night.
Come through.
So here's a man, got a job, a place to stay, and a relationship with God. And God looked at him and said, it's not good for man to be alone. Even though he had a job, a place to stay, and a relationship with God, God still knew it's something else.
It's something missing.
Something missing. And he pulled out
a sister.
Watch this.
Now watch this.
This what I'm telling you, because they lost the road. So what he was saying was Adam is incomplete. Right?
Yes.
And what did Adam need to complete him?
Her.
So women think men complete them.
Right.
Women are the completion.
We are the completion. And here's, let me grab the completion. Let me grab that.
And that's where they get mixed up.
Because I gotta put this in there. Most people don't understand the relationship of God and a woman. Let me just take one more. We are the bridge, right? That takes from the heavenlies and brings to the earthly. So we are the bridge that brings souls into you. Why wouldn't you want us with you? Why wouldn't you want something that's that incredible that I can take from God's atmosphere and bring it into your atmosphere and we work on that soul?
Yeah, but this is the thing. This is where we get the friction. You all are completion. So, if I'm 80, to complete me, I need 20. If I'm 20, I might need 80.
There you go.
This the problem.
The numbers.
This the problem. This
see,
is
you
number.
and me, I agree in the numbers.
So this the problem. Women,
yes, sir,
want to give more than what is needed to complete. Ooh. So I'm 60. I only need 40.
And I want to give you 80.
I want to give you 80.
I don't need
you know what he say then? You know what he say then? you too much.
Too much.
But you are too much because
Exactly.
you
You
keep
just
your
give the 40.
give
I
the 40, and as
And-
he grow,
Yes.
the other 40 you want to get,
Yes.
he gonna need it later.
Yes.
he
that's
just don't
excellent.
need it now.
He
He just don't need it now.
I got
So
you.
right now,
Did y'all hear that?
right now, you too much. That's the first thing you mention. I ain't ready for all that.
Yes.
Listen, that
And
means
we catching it.
you catching it.
We catching it because we get the stereotype that we're trying to be man. A woman can't be no man. I don't give no,
Yeah.
you know. If you I don't care if you wear, just because you park your car in a garage, you know, it doesn't make you, the car. You know what I'm saying? You just have a covering. We have pants on. That don't make us no man. Even if we think like a man, right? We're still women. And this is a big factor that when you want to go biblical, the enemy has sowed a seed on the field. And folks are grabbing that seed that's unnatural. They're grabbing that seed that is unhealthy for growth. And they're trying to grow that seed amongst us. If you're a woman, be the baddest sister out here. If you're a man, let your man be a man. But understand that you are woe man. You are the female part of him. You know what? He is not the female part of you.
Absolutely.
And that's where what I'm saying, that they get
You
this thing twisted.
already 100%.
Yes.
That's why
We're
y'all already know.
We're
Y'all
enough.
got the capacity
Yes.
to give as much as y'all want to any situation. That's why I build up sisters. So when I build you up, the build up is twofold. The build up is to put you in the place that you unapproachable by the average guy.
You got it.
Because he see
That you got it.
she
You know,
tight. She
when,
got it
when
together.
you date a man that's a real man, he make it so hard for another man to see.
He already said, oh, she tight.
You understand?
She already tight. She
You
already got it.
understand?
So
You ain't got to be the trophy wife, you know. But when you had, and this is what
We want security.
What I'm saying is that's why we need to pour into our men, because when you have a real man around you, you're a different woman.
Oh, yeah.
You are a totally different
Because
woman.
you walk different.
When
you
you
got
have,
security.
when a woman is married to a boy, she got problems. But when a woman is married to a real
Let me give you an
man,
example.
she got
Let me
purpose.
give you an example. The world seen it at the acceptance speech of Barack Obama.
Okay.
Michelle Obama walked on the stage
Yes, she did.
and gave him a pound. That was her giving him a pound to say, I know the nights you wanted to quit, but I knew you was president. And it was so powerful in that moment
Yes.
because she completed who he was to be president.
But here,
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So now we need to create a generation, right, of successful businesswomen
correct.
in whatever business, but success only can rest in what we own.
Correct. And there
lies the problem.
There lies the problem, because we got to get the mindset
but we own
to
it.
ownership.
To
You know,
ownership.
I don't know if that comes from slavery or just laziness, but we've got to, even for taxes, take your tax money, look into ownership. I
Invest.
like that you were talking about investing your money. And back to the man, vision. See, this is one thing I want to get to every woman listening to Rocks a Million Unleashed here. If your man has a vision, would you be pro-vision rather than division? I just want to say that to you, because we're so busy trying to divide and separate and keep stuff. If you're a real leader, you're bringing things together. As a woman, bring it together. If the brother wants a real estate office, I'm sure there's a sister that don't mind trying to figure out how to help him get what he's after, because the end result to a real man is he's going to take care of the things that took care of him.
I want
Come on, somebody.
you to, because I know you a research person, look up the definition of a power couple.
Okay.
A power couple, by definition, is two individuals that understand the value and respect
That word.
the assets and contributions of another that don't necessarily have to be in the same field.
Ooh.
So that's the key. See, power. A lot of people like, I'm a power couple. Both of us in real estate.
Right.
No.
I got you.
No.
This
I do the real estate, right?
Yep.
You do the mortgage lending.
Come with them.
That makes us a power couple.
Come here.
Cause now all the money
It's coming home.
coming on. Ain't no money leaving the table. If I'm doing the real estate, you do the taxes.
And
You
see,
see what I'm saying? I don't need you. So when people talk to me, they say, well, you doing real estate, I'm focused enough now to know. People come, oh, why don't you try this business?
no.
You don't go to the restaurant business? No.
No.
I buy the building
Right. And
and
you
rent
rent
you the building, and you rent it,
through.
and you put the restaurant. I'm in ownership.
You understand?
I mean, I got a good idea. I want to open a lounge.
You-
I buy the building.
Do you know how many, when we did the networking group, you know how many of those folks had mortgages, had rent every month, and these, it's not racial when I say this, but a lot of the Jewish people have bought up the real estate. So every time we rent, we're paying their mortgage. They now have had the property long enough that this is their retirement plan.
Oh, actually, they sit in California,
You get it?
California, Arizona.
Florida.
So you look at this.
So we need to, I'm just saying, think big. We need to get to the point where we can get a group of us to put money together and buy a strip mall. That's what I'm talking about.
Whenever you want to try out your dream or vision, go get 3-4 haters and tell it to them. Or get 3-4, and haters can be in the family. Just get 3-4 people
I get it.
and say, I'm thinking about
Doing this,
or
that,
God
and the third.
told
I
me
see you coming.
I'm getting this.
I see you.
And if any of them say, I can see that, it's too small. Because what God got for me, eyes ain't seen.
Who?
So if you can see it,
Ha! It's too small.
it's too small. It's too small.
So you hearing it from me and Jay? Think big.
Think big. I got to outbig you
Yes.
so I can give the challenge.
Right. That you can't even imagine what I'm talking
You can't
about.
imagine what I'm talking about. And that, I know that's what it is.
And here's a point. You're not going to, whatever vision you have, if you can't see it, you'll never see it. Because you got to see it before you see it. And most of us who have ever got anything done, we saw it before we saw it, or we never saw
You know what I'm saying? That's when I say secure the bag.
Yes, sir.
That's the piece that I'm showing people. And it's age, ain't no difference, whatever. I'm showing you how to position yourself, right? The workshop we got coming up this Saturday, securing the bag on 47 the College Grove. With my girl, she do Rochelle. She do credit repair.
Okay.
So we'll get your credit right, set you up with a business line of credit. Now let's find you some property. We got right now. I'm teaching people how to fix, flip, and hold, and so we got right now 6 multiple streams or 6
Come
bags
through.
right now. Where if you get a building, we can teach you. You can take market rate rent because the market is changing. Ain't nobody buying stuff, so we can teach you get market rate. You can get Section 8. We teach you how to get on Section 8 website and do all of that. You get VA. One thing about VA money is with VA, VA don't allow veterans to be homeless.
There you go.
So you can rent out your building, Rocks, and say you got a 4-unit building. You could put a bed on 2 of the walls of each one. So now you got 8 people.
Correct. Renting the rooms almost.
Yeah, 2 in each room. That's 8 people. VA give you $1,000. So now you're getting $8,000 a month.
Come through.
So we teach people how to do that. Then you got traveling nurses, because you got a big percentage of people, medical field, they ain't got enough people.
Correct.
And so you got certain places. Chicago is one of the, we live here, we don't realize it. It's one of the largest medical facilities in the world.
Oh, wow.
Is something wrong with you?
Right.
It's somebody in Chicago to do it. That's right. Let's just get real. So But saying that, we got some of the hospitals, like Roseland. 85% of Roseland nursing staff ain't from Chicago. Because the people who get their nurses license or degree certificate, they ain't working in Roseland.
They're not working in Roseland.
So Roseland paying big money
For them to stay.
or bring people in.
Wow.
And
Now,
when
that's
they
a
bring
whole
them in,
new avenue.
and when they bring them in, they need somewhere to stay.
And
They-
so listen to what Jay's saying is that some of you all talking to me about opening B&Bs. Maybe
That
you
ain't
need
it.
to look at traveling nurses, having a place for them, having veterans live in your
okay.
place. Come on,
'Cause-
he's giving you the game.
So,
He's telling
when
you how to secure the
so I
bag.
get a room, what you do? So it's two hustles that's going on right
Okay.
now. Nursing and CDLs. right?
and
So the
believe
young
me.
people come and say, I'm nurses. Good. You making that money? Yeah, I'm only $16 an hour. Well, let me show you another bag. Since you in the nursing field,
Yes, sir.
why aren't you not written to traveling nurses?
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Then the other is, of course, Airbnb. The Airbnb pricing with them so high, I might as well just stay in the hotel.
You understand? You understand?
I
And then
understand.
some of the chaos going on in them, I don't even want no parts of that. So
And then this the
and
piece.
tearing up my stuff ain't what I rented out for.
Me and you was talking about it earlier, and forever not proud of you. I'm always proud because you're already looking for streams and expansion, and you was talking about insurance.
Yes.
So we right now got 3 fire and casualty properties. And what a fire and casualty property is, when your house catch on fire and it's not destroyed, you got to find an alternative place to live.
Correct.
Casualty is pipes bust. Chicago, Chicagoland area is #1 in fires because folks gonna plug in and heat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to do
And we freeze so we freeze so much pipes bust.
Yes.
So when you go to your insurance people, it's 3 parts of your insurance: repair, possessions, and housing. While they fix your stuff. So we got a house now, and right now what's so good about that? People, when they have that type of fire casualty, they want to stay around. What's this? Where they used to live.
Correct.
The majority of those fire casualties are just regular neighborhoods. So you ain't got to spend a lot of money.
Right.
So I got a house
wow.
now. I got a house now. We get $4,500 a month. Now that's if we just regular market rent,
Right.
be $1,700. We get $4,500 because it's heat, gas. Because these people ain't got nothing. Heat, gas, and decorating. It's already furnished. We got a connection with a couple of our partners that give us free food. So when that family moved in, you got a whole stock refrigerator, pantry. Go to churches.
Everything's in place.
New
where
linen.
It's a seamless
and
transition.
You got these
Come
people.
through.
What size the kids wear? This ministry part. What
Yeah.
size the kids wear? They come in. Hey, we know the kids' uniforms got burnt. All of that in there. So they pick our houses. So we looking to partner because the business is so lucrative. We looking to partner with people. I can put in the game because what I need is more houses. I need more houses just connected to Imago Dei. So when I'm with the insurance company, they say, well, James and Imago Dei got 20 houses.
Right.
I don't need to own all 20.
Right. I just need to have access to all 20.
It balanced my portfolio.
Got you.
So if I can say Imago got it, so when I want to get something big,
Right.
when I want to go buy a 120 unit
You
on
understand.
Lakeshore Drive,
You ain't got no problem.
I ain't no problem because they say, what you got?
That's it.
I got 25 properties. So I'm teaching you the game
Yes.
to increase my value.
Correct.
And so when you start talking about insurance earlier,
Yes.
you need to do that. I said you need to do that.
It's on like
You need-
popcorn.
I said you need to do that because I got something for you.
Yeah, you understand.
Every house I sold, they come to you. But by you being in insurance, them same houses have a fire and casualty.
You understand?
When they come back,
Yeah, exactly.
we gonna put them in your house. The money that is just
You
so
hear what I'm saying?
get the bag.
This is what I'm
You don't
telling
need a whole bunch of
about
just give one
black
bag.
excellence.
Yeah.
You guys are looking, you can't really see success on the outside. You might miss it. You've got to listen. You've got to hear the knowledge. Here's something that I don't do regularly on this show, but I'm going to do it because it's you. Whenever you meet someone, do not take that relationship lightly. Networking, caring, and being sincere with people take you farther, faster. This brother here, I used to call him pastor. I used to call him brother, but I also call him friend. And we have been rocking for years. The one thing about this relationship is no matter when I call, he's always picked. He's grown to levels that you can't even understand. You hear what he's talking about. He get $4,500. You know what I mean? He in a whole different level. But he's not untouchable. He's not unreachable. And this is what we're talking about. You see successful people, but we have had to discipline ourselves and we have had to master power, money, and sex, y'all. You got all of that PMS thing come on wealthy people just like it comes on poor people. But we have to hone those powers and make them work for our people. You've met a man that's in a common area. He's here every day and accessible. And you're saying you don't know how to own a home. I just gave you the game.
It's just like that.
This is Rocks a Million Unleashed. They didn't let me loose.
How you just gonna slide that sex thing in there?
You know
You
what? But brother, that's a whole. You doing a second
Yeah, I'm
segment.
gonna do a whole
It's
thing,
so important because
I don't think you
when
ready for
you
that.
grow into another level of wealth, I just want to say it, and I got one more minute on the camera. When you grow to another level of wealth, that sex is secondary. I don't even think about it.
We only got 1 minute left. So
I got 1 minute with 60 seconds in it. Don't you get us in trouble.
I'm gonna get you in trouble because I don't know if you're ready for that.
I'm ready.
It's because I think we need, because one of the inhibited us from success, we need to have a whole nother conversation, is how you recover from good coochie, good sex.
Is there a program? Is there 12?
And how do you recover? Because most people who jacked up, they got some good that can derail them. And you got to know how to recover from that. You got to recover from that because most people, and this seriously, and I want you to put this in your head. Most of us are recovering from bad decisions with good intentions.
Ooh. And that's on a male and female.
That's all across the board.
All of it is
All across the board. That's all across the board. But we got to learn that.
Yes.
Because the more successful you are, the more prevalent that becomes.
Yes.
And when it becomes prevalent, you got to be able to have the discipline.
Yes.
Right?
Right. Because that money somehow twists where you have a little power, a lot more power than you had before.
Because it'll throw you off.
And then it depends on the level of the devil. You know what I'm saying? Because
it come
when
big.
that sex come in, just like you say, whether it's male or female now, I'm not taking you sisters off the table. I'm not going to give them the game, but I'm going to put you on Front Street on Rocks a Million Unleashed. Y'all ain't innocent like you portray.
Oh, absolutely.
And a lot of you all have been, I can't say digmatized, but a lot of you.
You can't. I'll let you say it. Because I said coochie. I said coochie. I'm going to let you say
your
digmatized.
mindset, you can't keep your mind.
Right.
Your mind is on your behind. Let me say that. And a lot of times when you do the math, see, I love Jay, because when you do the math, you're going to pay too much and stay too long. And that is just like sin. You going to find out that it costs you more money to be there than it would for you to release.
In between my two marriages, a woman came to me and said to me, I know who you are. I know what you like. You can do whatever you want to do. Bring whoever you want to home. I ain't gonna say nothing. We cool. Blah, 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 blah. And I looked at her and she said, that's everything you want. I said, oh, hell no, I can't do that. I won't get nothing done.
You understand?
I won't get nothing done.
Amen.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
if you let me do all of
I
that
don't want to do.
without no discipline, no check,
come
no accountability,
You will not secure the bag.
I will not secure
and
not
guess
a bag.
what? She will have the bag. See, that's the
right.
other part
That's right.
about hardworking people. When you go lower than your level, those folks call a con artist. But they know how to let you get the bag and get the bag from you. All your hard work goes down the tube because you're dealing with a person who just going to the casino. They going to have what you call a birthday party. They're going to get, it's just pomp and circumstance, and they're not investing. Yeah. They're not looking at 5 years down the line. They're not buying anything, not owning anything.
Yeah, most of them are tired. They just don't know what to do.
Exactly.
That's why I say, call me up.
Yes.
I'll sit down with you. I'll make a plan that makes sense to you.
Yes.
It's going to be real. It's going to take some discipline. It's going to take some faith.
Yes.
It's going to take some looking inside of yourself.
Yes.
But in 5 years, you're going to see what your confidence look like.
And here it is. We're here, sitting here at a table, and I can look at you and say, later, I've been blessed because I learned the discipline. Later, I watched a leader like yourself just go forward and just do it. You like the Michael Jordan of our team, he just makes it happen. And so when you have great leadership or even good leadership, I'm watching your good go to great. And so I, again, like the little sister, if he can do it, I can do it too.
Absolutely.
And I'm just saying, if you see me do it, you can do it too. It's just a formula of discipline. And that's what it takes, whether you're in sex, whether you're securing a bag, or whether you're just trying to get yourself together. Discipline is a must. And if you're going to be untamed, you're going to be undisciplined, you're going to be used.
I absolutely love what you're doing. I love the empowerment that you put in place for others and create that platform for others to shine and grow. And I think these type of things we need to do as a people. We become better because we at a unprecedented time now, especially in the African American community, when it comes to home ownership, business ownership. Most of our parents migrated here. And when they migrated here, they was the original homeowners.
Correct.
Here. Now our older brothers and sisters are the baby boomers.
Yes.
So mama gone to heaven, but she owned this house. If you go through Chicago and some of the suburbs, 70% of the homeowners are 75 plus.
Yep. That is so true.
They go transition.
Right.
And when they transition, because we don't have no value for home ownership or history.
Correct.
That when mama lived on this block,
right,
the white folks left because mama was here.
You got it.
So we can't just get that back to them.
You get it.
That should be passed on and not somebody else. Miss Jackson.
Exactly.
Miss Jackson was on the head of the block club. She was on the PTA. She stood on the corner. She did all that. Now, Miss Jackson died. What are we going to do with Miss Jackson's house? We need to put a new Miss Jackson in there.
I mean, and you're speaking truth right here because even going through it, my mother transitioned.
Absolutely.
And, it was a wrestling match with my brother. It's not about how much equity or money. This is real estate. My son's 29. Give him the house. Let him become, we are here to teach him how to be a homeowner. You know what I'm saying? We are here to kind of gird him along the way. He's 29. Why would, I'm half the way. I'm over 50. You know what I'm saying? How much more time do I have? And for me to have to go through this whole program just to leave him a house, I leave him a house right now, show him how to make it.
So he won't lose when you go.
You get it. That's the problem I have with grandmama and them paying bills on time, making sure all the lights, gas, and paid on time, and then their kids get it, and they want $600 hair and to live for right now and in a pleasurement zone, and they lose the real estate over taxes. They lose the real estate over non-payment.
That's the discipline.
That's the discipline.
That's why them the houses when I was talking about, you ain't necessarily got to go buy a house.
No.
Those houses gonna come available in a natural transition of some of our elders. I told you about 10218 South Peoria.
Correct.
I own it right now. My mother passed 23 years ago. I own it right now.
Didn't give it up.
Wasn't gonna give it up. And now that house is one of the fire casualty houses.
Come through. And
You
that's
see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
So
I do.
that is the incubator,
Right.
right? And so those are the strategies that we need to tell, because it ain't gonna be no, hey, they gentrified the neighborhood. No, they ain't gentrified. We sold it to them.
Exactly.
We sold it back to them,
them. Correct.
right? When they didn't want us to be here.
Right.
In the first place. Now they came back, ran us out to the suburbs,
You get it? Like,
raised the taxes up. Now they want to come back to the city with taxes low and property value up. That's the game. So all on TV, oh, don't go to Chicago, cry. And so you hear that,
Yeah.
we we'll be around there.
Yeah, exactly.
They
We
come
love
in,
innocent.
right? They come in,
And take-
walk around the neighborhood with the little dogs and no t-shirts on,
Yes, Lord.
and nobody touch them.
Right.
Because realize this, check this out. If it's crime like that, just think about that. If it's crime
like that, when you can't walk outside.
when you can't walk outside, right? Crime is only affiliated with, watch this. Crime is only affiliated when you have low property value. So you don't when you don't see in Beverly, you don't see in Chatham, you don't see in Bronzeville and Hyde Park,
No, you
you don't
don't.
see them crime ratios. Why not?
'Cause of
Because
property value.
Ray ain't standing on the corner. Because Ray mama owned a $600,000 house.
You understand?
And Ray name ain't Ray. His name is Raymond. He ain't in the GDs. He at Morehouse. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
Same. But when you bring property value down,
Right.
crime come in, they come back in, raise property value, they ain't got to have a crime initiative.
You understand?
The price gonna run you up out of there.
You understand?
You can't afford to gang bang over here.
Man.
If you gang banging over
Over
here,
here.
your mama own $500,000 house.
You understand?
And if she own a $500,000 house, she understands
the dynamic.
Am
in which
I
this
right?
thing works. Right. And this is what I'm saying, even having moved to the suburbs, same game applies.
Yeah.
You know, it's something you said
Move
years
y'all out
ago.
there
Yeah,
and then decrease property value.
yeah, it's something you said years ago that stays with me even today. You know, when the young men were out looting, you said, why y'all looting this? Y'all need to loot the law books. Y'all need to loot the books. I never forget that you said that, because whether it's real estate or community, we still a red line. We still got issues in this real estate game that have to be changed by the laws so that we can have a better disbursement of the wealth. And most of us who have homes, I want us to make sure that we have the focus of keeping the real estate. It's so important because home ownership makes a big difference in how you sit at a table. You're going to be at a high table or low table, but how you sit at that table depends on what you have.
Absolutely, because you got, and I know we wrapping up, because you got.
We got more time than we got time, so that means my brother going to have to give us a part two.
I'm going to give you part two. So you got, I want to tell you this real quick.
Okay.
What we doing, because I need y'all prayers and y'all support. It's a lot of talk about violence, that population of 18 to 25. A lot of those people are not going to traditional colleges. They're getting CDL, CNN, all that. So what we're doing now, we about to put up student housing, dorm-like settings, because if they go to Olive Hardy, Kennedy King, any of those, or any trade school, part of their tuition is Pell Grant, which paid for room and board.
Okay.
So I'm challenging, we going around putting up a lot of senior homes. We about to put up student housing because these kids need that 2 years to get those licenses.
Okay.
And mama and them ain't playing. You can't sit up in here 2 years talking about you learn how to braid hair.
There you go.
We gonna give you a place to stay and your bill gonna be charged to the government.
Well,
So we gonna put all that together. I need your prayers, and I want y'all to come out and do the interview at the ribbon cutting.
okay. Well, we're here with my big brother, James E. Dukes, Black Excellence in Our Communities. This is Roxamillion saying that I love you, I bless you, and I appreciate you, but I want you to stay tuned because this is the news you can use. We're coming right in the hood telling you what's good. All right, it's Roxamillion saying be blessed, and we'll talk to you soon.